go. Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, sporting my hopefully future national champions Michigan Wolverines gear tonight. And got my Detroit Lions thermos here. I'm ready. I'm all ready for some football. But anyways, tonight we got some D&D. We're playing our Orcs Arrow Peninsula campaign. It's been fun so far. This is episode 4 of technically season 2 with Black Trunk. The rest of the party are all new characters. You don't need to watch the other season to know what's going on. But yeah, the party, I will let them give you a recap of what they have done so far. But first, let's go around and introduce everybody and their characters, and then get into it. So we will start with Peter.
All right, I'll be playing Black Trunk, the Treant OG. I'm going to have to look at my notes to see what happened last time. I know I spoke to the Elder Trees and were sadly disappointed because they just sit in the woods and hang out and don't explore anything. And as far as football goes, I am just watching highlights of the future third-round pick who will be the Rookie of the Year next year for the Patriots. Dave Daniels, welcome to New England. All right.
The real question is, are you going to have Bill Belichick next year?
No, he's gone.
All right. We'll see. I actually think he'll be gone too. All right. Awesome. Next up is Josh.
Hello, yes. I'm playing Betty Sweaver, the Bettiest of Sweavers. And it was very disappointing what he heard from the trees. They were not happy to meet him, unfortunately. I guess when it comes to football, I think the Lakers might actually win a pennant this year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fair.
That's where my money is.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, Shohei Ohtani has a mean 3-pointer.
He does.
Nice. All right. Next up is Harold.
I am Harold, and I am playing Dragobod, the half-orc paladin warlock, whose voice I think has changed like every episode. I never remember what he sounds like. The only things that mattered to me that happened last session were we met a god, I went through a door, we fought a dragon, and then I ate its soul.
That's true. And that may or may not mean something. You'll just have to wait and find out, everybody.
May or may not.
Awesome. And then next up is Nate the Great.
Hello, I'm playing Sapphire. I'm a sorcerer. And I really don't remember a whole lot what happened last time. I'll be honest.
Not a problem. Awesome. So last session, like Harold from Blackthorn's Apothecary already said, they started traveling from their encounter with the Elder Trees, as Peter, also known as B.N. Drake, had said. And they came across this guy who was sitting there, and he gave them, more importantly, he gave Dragobod an option of 2 doors. One door had a dragon or a draconic theme, and the other door was more of the, because he's a half-orc, the orcish ancestry. And Dragobod chose the draconic themed door, which then led to like a shadow plane of some sort, or like a dream plane, which he did get to take his party members with him. It was their option if they wanted to go with him. They all went with him. And they proceeded to fight a dragon kind of in darkness. And they defeated this dragon. And it kind of turned into like this smoke, like this spiritual type of form, and entered Dragobod through his mouth. And that was what happened. And after they came out, they proceeded to see... They also got into like a fight with some of my desert bears and, things like that. Nothing, or my mountain bears, I'm sorry. Things like that. So the session ended with them overlooking a desert. They're on like this path that goes between the mountains, and they looking down, they can see rolling sand dunes, and for miles. And in the very, very, very faint distance, it looks like maybe some plants. Maybe it's an oasis, but something in the distance looks like it doesn't necessarily fit the brown desert. It's kind of some green and maybe even some splashes of color, and maybe some other things. Let your imagination fill in the painting for you, if you will. But they are heading here because they are looking for the Amulet of Life. It looks like a seed, and it's on a necklace, and that was what drove them here. They already know what it does, some of its abilities, and they also understand that it's here because it also encourages plant growth in areas that it wouldn't normally grow. So that's what's kind of brought them out here. But the main reason they want it is because it should give them magical resistance. And they are hoping, upon getting this, to go after a great, powerful, orcish necromancer who is raising armies of the undead out of the lake of the dead. And yeah, that's where we're at. So, with all that said, let's begin. So, you guys see this. What would you guys like to do? Also,
how far away is it?
It looks like very far in the distance, like miles out over these rolling sand dunes. It doesn't look like easy terrain for sure. You guys probably know trying to go up sand dunes is going to be very taxing for you guys.
Well, it looks like a mirage to me. Probably nothing out there. Let's go back.
I mean, you could. You can go straight to the Lake of the Dead if you want.
Oh dear.
Which is closer?
What?
The Oasis, maybe? Or the Lake of the Dead?
Oh, Oasis, easily.
That thing over there.
Also, the skies and everything look pretty clear right now.
Yes, right now.
Right now.
Can't wait for a goddamn sandstorm.
Oh, that's a good idea, Harold.
I mean, I would love a sandstorm.
I would love to hear that song being used.
Well,
in the
I'm
back.
glad.
Copyright.
I am the type of DM who likes to make dreams come true. So thank you for sharing that with me.
All right, so you want to go back, Betty?
No, I think we have to continue.
Slowly trying to remember what the scared voices. We should go forward.
You sounded
Yep.
a bit like Richard
That's
Nixon.
it.
Okay. All right. So what's the marching order?
Do I still have my horse?
I think you
I still have my horse.
You still have your horse.
You didn't die.
Yeah. You didn't.
Didn't
it run off for a minute? Didn't you send it forward?
I did. I sent it off so that it wouldn't die on the off chance combat happened. Can I? Oh, I don't have any spell slots. Demon. I was gonna turn
You
into a
did
camel.
because after the Oh no, because then you got into a fight after that. The fight was after the dragon, I think. It was with the mountain bears.
Yep.
Yeah.
We should take a long rest.
You gonna try and find a spot to camp?
Just right here in the desert.
Well, we're not in the desert yet.
You're kind of up overlooking the desert in the mountains where all the mountain
Well,
bears live.
Yeah, it's like if we're gonna go into that, we should go into that 100% prepared.
We should probably make sure there's no mountain bears in the area before we settle camp.
It's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Mountain bears. Here, boys.
I would like to try to find a safe spot to camp.
All right, give me a wilderness check or a survival check.
Hold on.
This looks like a great spot to camp. There's nothing wrong.
My character actually has advantage on survival.
There you go. Go ahead and roll it, Nate.
I rolled a 1, by the way. Probably
This
no
look good
listener.
to you?
Oh, there we go. 24.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you see kind of like basically just back a little bit where the guy was setting up cooking food. Seems like actually a pretty good spot. There's kind of some good cover. So like anything down from the desert's not going to see you well. Even right above, you kind of got some cover of like the way the mountain kind of juts out a little. So that actually looks like it'd be a good spot if you wanted to set up a camp.
How about right over there? And I just like show Dragobod where to go.
It's like, but what about right here? Just take a step. The ground just gives away. Nope. That's a terrible idea.
It's kind of uneven.
No, we'll start setting up camp.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. Any watches or anything going on?
Yes, I will take first watch. I don't want to fight another one of those stupid bears.
Okay. Okay. You got first watch. Who's got second watch?
Sapphire will take it.
Okay. You have dark vision, I'm assuming?
I do.
Okay. Or, I mean, you guys could also have a fire if you wanted.
Give away our location to the mountain bears?
Negatron on the fire.
Maybe
Black
they don't
Trunk-
like fire.
Black Trunk's answer is always no to the fire, no matter what the situation, by the way. He is a tree. Does not want to be going up in flames.
That is fair.
Which is really tough for Black Trunk because he's so hot.
Part of the reason he doesn't want fire, it competes with his hotness.
That's true.
Awesome. Okay, the night passes with no issues. You are able to get in your long rest.
Okay. At the top of the morning, I'm going to resummon my mount, and
Okay.
I'm making it a camel.
Oh, a camel mount, so it actually will do okay in the desert.
Bum, 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 bum.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else anybody else would like to do?
Basically fashion some sort of fabric that covers my face,
Okay.
so it helps with any sand, so it's not getting into my mouth and nose.
Good call. Good call.
Get back armored up. Ready to go.
All right. Excellent. Okay. You guys start making your way into the desert. You're traveling for, I don't know, it feels like maybe an hour when you kind of get up to the first big sand dune. And it's kind of hard to get up and over. I'd say the camel probably gets over no problem. Black Trunk probably can root his feet into the sand a little bit to get some grip to get up there. I would assume Betty and Sapphire might have a little bit of trouble, although Sapphire can probably do some things to help out with the walking in the sand with their feet. I mean, it would depend on their shoes, probably. I'm assuming they're wearing something to cover their shoes. So yeah, you get up to the top of the first sand dune, and the next couple sand dunes are like bunny hills. They're pretty simple. And again, who's leading again?
I am
Dragobod. And what's your passive perception?
10.
10. Okay. All right. So you are again doing your thing. Do me a favor. As you come up over the last little bunny hill before another big sand dune, give me a DC 15 strength save.
All right, and now is this going to be for me or is a camel making it?
Both.
Oh, lovely. All right.
What was the camel's passive perception?
Better than 10.
Probably. Come on, dice. You just work with me here. That's a 9 for me.
Okay.
How do we both roll the exact? Okay.
Excellent.
My dice will be attempting to kill me tonight.
Time
That's
to
a
switch
7 for the camel.
All right. You are both restrained, and you are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage as all of a sudden around you. And who's second in line, by the way? Who's right behind Dragobot? Don't all volunteer at once.
Definitely would not be Sapphire.
I'd probably be last in line just because I'm making sure, and if anything comes from
Well,
behind, there's
By,
All
something.
right, so-
by process of elimination.
I was not eliminated, yes.
So Black Trunk, you got to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. By the way, Dragobot, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did the camel take anything?
4 as well. And you guys are both restrained as sand starts swirling
12.
around you. Okay. Black Trunk, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And
right.
you also are restrained as sand starts engulfing you, kind of coming up around your legs. And on the camel, it's kind of coming up over the back and pinning your legs to the camel as well, restraining you. You are under the restrained condition. At the end of your turn, you may try to make another save.
Okay.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Come on, dice.
Ho, 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 ho. All right, I got 18. Just type it into the side. You guys see the sand start to swirl around them and cover them up, by the way.
That's normal for them.
A 1?
A
Again?
1? Jeez.
Not me.
Hold on.
Not me. I'm looking at Black Trunk.
Oh, Black Trunk again?
Black Trunk.
Wow.
It wasn't a natural one.
It was a 2.
It's a 3.
Oh, a 3. My
Great.
bad.
Yeah.
All right. Betty, seeing this, what would you like to do?
I see sand attacking them.
Yeah, just kind of covering them. And it
That's
looks
not-
like it hurts with how like it's swirling around. It probably feels like sandpaper a little bit on their skin.
You. How do you
Mm.
stand? Try pissing on it, but I don't think they want me to piss on them.
They're not jellyfish attacks.
Then again, Black Trunk might be into it.
Might turn
It
into
does
quicksand
like water.
if you did that.
I don't know. It
That's true.
depends. It might be more acidic like dogs, and so they don't want that. I don't know.
No,
Is Betty a beep?
No, she's very well hydrated. Lots of water. Lots
Okay.
of water.
Good
It's clear.
pH levels.
Yep. Bloody hell. Advance carefully towards the sand and try to poke the sand by their feet.
Mm.
By Black Trunk's feet, not actually the sand itself.
So do you want to roll to strike? I would say don't roll a 1.
Yeah, I'll try to roll to strike. Let's see. That's the best I can do, because I don't know what the hell this is. I don't do magic. That's a 19 plus 9.
Okay, that hits.
Well, if I'm rolling damage. Let's give it a try here. Okay, fine. That is 9 points of damage for the first attack against this thing.
What kind of weapon are you using?
My magic spear, so piercing.
Okay. And how much damage was that? I'm sorry.
9 damage for the first attack.
Okay.
Does it seem to have any effect on the sand?
It clears a space on there, but it doesn't stop restraining anybody.
Okay, that's a good sign, though. I will try attacking it again and say, try to escape as I try to clear space out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best I can do. That's a 17 to hit
That'll hit.
for 5 and 8, so 13 points of damage.
Okay, perfect. Do me a favor, Betty Sweever. Give me a DC 15 strength saving throw or be restrained.
Okay, is it strength save?
Yes.
Okay,
You
well
walk
that's the
into
same
the
as my
Sarlacc pit?
athletics. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, you make it. You feel the sand start coming up around your legs and you pull yourself out of it. The sand starts swirling in the air. All of a sudden, behind you, Betty, in between you and Sapphire, you see this clay, or not clay, this sand-like creature, humanoid creature, pop up out of the ground. And it's got this whirling sand all around it within about 10 feet. Sapphire, give me a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Okay. Come on, strength.
It's not
Well,
the
that's probably
sandstorm
not.
I was
That's
looking
not going to do it. A 7. It's a
for.
fail.
No.
All right.
No.
Betty, or I'm sorry, Sapphire, you take 3 points of damage. You are now restrained as well. And I know you made the save, Betty, but you still take 3 points of damage. That's halved of what it was going to be.
Okay.
Jeez.
So that was that. It is now going to do 2 slam attacks. It's going to go for Sapphire, and it's going to go and hit Betty as well.
Okay.
Do we know what this creature is?
It looks, you know what? Not yet.
Okay.
Does it
Not
look
yet.
Dutch?
Okay.
It looks like a sand humanoid creature.
Oh my.
Okay. I had a 22 to hit Sapphire, and I had a 10 to hit Betty.
Nope.
Okay.
Ow.
So Sapphire, you are taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
How you looking?
And
That-
that was his turn.
Yeah. That hurt. Ow.
I think technically when you're restrained, I should have advantage, but I didn't roll with advantage. So I'm not going to worry about it for now.
Yeah, no, that would have been your advantage roll.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
You only
what?
needed
Let's see if I
12
get a
maybe.
crit. Let's just see.
You don't
Oh.
have to.
son of a bitch.
It was close, but no crit.
You don't have to. It's fine.
I'm cool with no advantage.
All right, Sapphire. It's your turn, but because you're restrained, you can't really do anything other than, I think, try to get out of it.
Yeah.
I think.
What do I have to
I
roll?
could be wrong. Can someone pull up that condition real quick? It would be a strength save, by the way.
Restrained. Speed is 0. Can't benefit from bonus to speed. Attack rolls have advantage against it, and the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, and has disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay.
You can
So
still
actually,
attack.
you can attack if you want to.
With the disadvantage. Yay.
Also do magic and stuff.
You know what? Screw it. I don't have to cast with a disadvantage when I have magic missile.
That's true. That's true. So roll some damage.
I'm gonna cast it at the 3rd level because fuck this guy.
All right.
That's
Get
the
rid,
right
of,
choice.
get rid of those spell slots.
Pesky spell slots.
Heck yeah.
This isn't doing what I want.
Who needs spell slots when you have a big axe?
Nice
Axe is
axe.
pretty sweet. It's nice and round.
I swear, officer, it was an accident.
What was the damage, Nate?
We got 12 damage.
All right. It is still standing. I mean, when you hit it, you see the sand kind of like separate for a second, but then come right back together. but it does seem to be not liking what you did to it. Now I need you to make a DC 15 strength save again, Nate.
All right.
Escape.
At disadvantage.
No, it's a strength, so you're
Okay.
it's not only Dex is disadvantage right now.
12. So failed.
All right, you take 5 points of damage from the sandpaper or the sand, but you are still restrained as well. Or actually, I'm sorry, you don't take that damage. Sorry, that is not a reoccurring thing that only happens the first time. My bad. But you are still restrained.
Okay.
Dragobod, it is your turn.
How far away is a sand creature from me?
About 10 feet.
I'm going to Misty Step directly in his face.
Okay.
And then just say, hello, and swing the axe.
Hello, Governor.
So Misty Step would technically pull you out of the sand that you were restrained by. So there's no disadvantage. However, you are still in the whirling sand because it's happening 10 feet around him. So I still, before that, you roll the attack. I do need you to make the saving throw first.
Okay.
Beat a 15.
Mm-mm.
Didn't make it?
No, these dice have not rolled above a 10.
All right. You do take 4 damage from it grinding up your legs again.
Love that feeling. Exfoliation.
You're wearing armor too, aren't you?
I am. It's
so you
just
can
in there.
hear it and feel the sand grinding up
like
around
this.
the armor and in each crevice
Oh.
and then up your leg, and it just burns and stings.
You know how hard it is to get sand out of armor.
That's not magical armor, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 barely hits.
Oh,
You have discovered his armor class.
thank Christ.
You're welcome.
I'm going to throw a divine smite into this because I don't know what this is. And it
Is your
hurts.
axe magical, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So he's going to take... Uh, 16. Ooh. 16, 19. 25 points of damage.
Wow. And you were trying to discern what kind of creature this was, correct?
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check. Nate, you can give me an Arcana check as well for Sapphire.
All right.
This is what you roll well for? This is 14.
So you would you get
Sorry,
Nate?
21.
Okay, you guys know this is a sand golem. So yeah, that you know what it is. You know that basically it can create mini sandstorms, and it can do also sand blast you, and that that would hurt really bad because you've heard stories of how dangerous that is. You also know that they don't necessarily see things; they can feel movement in the ground. So anything nearby, within about 60 feet, they can tell where you're at. So yeah. And that's your turn, correct, Dragobod? Give me another save since it's the end of your turn. See if you can break out of it.
Again, I also need to roll one for the camel.
Oh yeah, the camel too. Oh, I thought you Misty stepped off of it. I didn't think you brought it.
Oh, I left it. I can only go. It's only me that can move, so I left
Yeah.
the camel behind.
Oh, you mean just to break free? Yeah.
Yep. All right.
You have 2 attacks because you have extra attack because
I did. I missed the first one.
Oh.
All right. So for me, that was a 19.
Okay, you break free.
Yay!
Oh, fuck. Stupid ass camel. Camel got a natural 20.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is a desert creature. It's used to this.
I'm just going to have the camel like run away a
Okay.
bit, just a bit away.
Just to get away. Okay. It's full movement, like 30 feet?
Mm-hmm. No,
Okay.
full movement is 50 feet.
Oh, okay. 50 feet away. He is out of the sand swarm. All right. Black Trunk. What would you like to do?
Okay, how far away is this dude?
Like within 10 feet of you.
Within 10 feet? Okay.
Yep.
So I reach out and pull out my endless decanter of water and uncork it and produce the geyser feature. And as a bonus action, I aim it at him.
This is a real thing?
Yes.
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 Oh. Okay.
Yes. 30 gallons of water gushes forth 30 foot long, 1 foot wide. As a bonus action while holding, you can aim the geyser at a creature within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed on a DC 13 saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
What kind of save?
Strength.
16.
Okay. He does not take any damage.
But
But he is covered in 30 gallons of water.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna make him. I know he didn't take any damage, but I feel like the water would throw him off. So I am going to do a con save and see. Oh, he holds his sandstorm going. I rolled an 18 on the die, so it was 22. He holds it, but he is now soaking wet. And Black Trunk, make your save again. See if you can beat a DC 15 strength.
That's funny.
I believe.
No,
I think you only have to roll an 18 or something for that, right?
no, it's not that bad. It's not Dex. No, that's fail.
Okay. All right. Betty, it is your turn.
I have something to aim at now. Yes, now that I have something to aim at, I would like to cast a +1 spear.
Okay.
I would also like to go ahead and then with that roll, use my, which one is it? Let's go with trip attack to try and knock it prone, because that is a natural 20 I rolled.
Oh.
So let's do a trip attack as well. And it's double up the dice, correct? Or
If you rolled a crit, it's max plus 1 die roll.
max +1. Okay, so that is a total of 6 and 8 is 14, and 3 is 17, and then 8 and 6 is 4. That's 31 points of damage.
Okay.
Piercing, magical, and give me a strength saving throw, DC 16, or be knocked prone.
17.
Oof, he passes, but that's okay.
All right. Give me your strength save now.
My strength save, so
Beat a 15.
18 and 8 is 26.
All right. You are not restrained anymore.
I wasn't restrained earlier.
Oh, then you didn't need the save. I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought you were.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it was It was before it was voluntary.
yeah.
It was performing art for her. She's like, oh,
Betty's all into the BDSM. So.
well, she does have a 20 strength.
It doesn't surprise me.
Her next attack is a 6 + 9 is 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and that is for 4 and 8 is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then if it's still standing, she will use her bonus action to do a polearm master attack and smack him in the face with the butt of the polearm.
Okay.
A spear. That is a 7 and 9 is 16 to hit
Okay.
for another 9 points of damage. Is it still standing?
It is.
In that case, we're going to action search and continue this because fighters are very annoying and we take forever to get through a turn.
Okay.
That is, we're also going to try and let's try to trip attack again.
Okay.
Because that is a 6 and 9 for 15 to hit.
15 on
Mhm.
the save. She also, the 15
16.
hits.
Okay, and 16 to save.
Did
Strength.
not make it.
Okay, so it falls prone and it takes 6 and 8 is 14 and 3 more is 17 more points of damage.
Damn.
And if it's still on the ground writhing in pain, I now advantage
It's
because
definitely on the ground.
it is good. Does it appear to be Well, if it's prone.
It kind of appears to be moving a little.
Oh, okay, well, we'll need to end it. That's an 18 plus 9 is 27 to hit.
Hits.
For another 5 and 8 is 13 more points of spear damage.
Wow.
And that will end my turn then.
Okay. All right. Well, you see this creature kind of starts to form again into a humanoid standing form. And as it does, it just blasts all of its energy out in a 30-foot cone of sand. It is going to hit Dragobot
Why?
and Betty.
Why is it aiming for me? What did I do?
You only dealt like 80 points of damage. Or something crazy. Here's what I need as the sand blast comes at you. I need a DC 15 con save for half.
Okay. Natural 20 plus 5.
All right, well, you made that.
We don't have to discuss what I rolled. This is perfectly okay.
Oh, I rolled so poor for the damage, too.
Thank God, because I did
Multiple ones here, okay?
I didn't make it at all.
2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 22 points of damage if you take the full amount.
Okay.
11 for half. And upon doing this, you see the sand just kind of dissipates away. Gets caught up in the actual wind and goes away. And those of you who were restrained are no longer restrained.
It's going to take some time to just unlock my armor. Just dump out sand. Dump sand out of my boots.
You do notice your armor is badly scratched up. It's like it's ugly. It's damaged and like it looks like it needs a really good buffing and polishing and still appears to work functionally fine.
Okay. And then I will pump all of my lay on hand points into myself.
All right.
From our knowledge of these things, does it is it common to have more than one within like let's say like a 2 or 3 mile radius?
Common? Give me like a recall knowledge. So like a wisdom or survival would probably be a good one. Or nature might even be a good one. They're not really nature though. So I think survival or like arcana might actually be
I'll take survival.
Okay.
25.
Common, not necessarily, but not a lot of research has been done. So I would say not necessarily close together.
Well, that sucked.
But based on your roll, it's not uncommon to have like scavenger type creatures nearby that will pick up the scraps for anything that is taken out by something like this.
Hmm.
And what was it? What was this creature?
Like some type of a scavenger type of creature.
No. That we just
It was a sand golem.
sand golem. Okay.
Yep. A very large one.
Right, so should we get moving?
Yeah, I suggest we leave sooner rather than later. There might be other creatures nearby.
Okay.
Might be a good idea.
Does anyone need the healer's touch?
I think I'm good, thank you.
I like to be touched.
Don't like the way that you phrase that. I'll give you a cure wounds. Ooh, you'll get back 9 hit points.
Ooh, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, 11 hit points. I rolled an 8.
Oh, thank you. Even better. I almost had it full again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Perhaps someone else should probably be on lookout for vicious creatures.
All right. Sapphire is going to take the lead.
Okay. What's Sapphire's passive perception?
12.
Okay. All right. So you start walking over the last bunny hill, and you see another massive sand dune you have to kind of get up and over. You get to the top, and you guys have been walking for a while, and you do not, that whatever it was, mirage, oasis, or plant growth area, it doesn't look like it's much closer. You feel like you've been walking long enough that it should be, but it doesn't feel like it's getting a lot closer. Everybody give me a con save. Beat a 10.
It's a 10. We can roll a 10.
11. Barely.
11.
Why would you wait? Thank you. I rolled literally
thank God.
a 10 on the die. It's a total of 13. My dice listened.
Anyone who
I
didn't...
rolled.
Sorry,
I rolled an 8, got a 10.
Okay. Anyone who didn't make the save, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
From what?
Well, I would say dehydration, but I know you probably are dishing out water frequently, but just going up and down the sand dunes and it being difficult terrain would also
Okay.
be it.
I passed. I got 18.
Yeah. Okay. All
Well,
right.
even if you're drinking a lot of water in the desert, like sometimes
Your
you
muscles would
just
still
get
get sore
yeah.
and cramp up still.
Everyone's
But
taking
lack
for
of salt.
mechanical purposes, I'm saying it's more the hills, the up and down hills. the
Okay,
difficult terrain.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Problem is, we have plenty of water, but Black Trunk forgot to bring the salt tablets.
The difficulty would have been higher without the water.
No,
I'm just making an
I can make
assumption.
I can make it salt water too.
Oh, excellent. Good. Good.
Gross.
We can
That's so
all
good
go
for you.
insane.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of mayonnaise. I mean, just make it mayonnaise. Can
That's
it
a fetish we
actually,
did
it
not
should be
know.
Miracle Whip. Let's do
Oh
Miracle Whip.
no.
Okay, I like Miracle Whip.
I
so
love Miracle Whip.
Miracle
You
Whip.
guys
is
are all
delicious.
gross.
Way better than actual
It's-
mayonnaise on a sandwich.
You can be wrong. Miracle Whip is delicious.
It is all oily and
It's got that tangy zip.
Put on a nice ham sandwich. Oh,
Ah.
Is this what we're talking about as we're walking along?
yeah, we're thinking about mayonnaise.
That's on-
Miracle Whip.
I'm just
Yeah.
another deity that just showed up to talk about mayonnaise.
Despite all his rage, he is still just mayonnaise in a cage.
Yeah.
I love that song. Well, not really. Smashing Pumpkins
I don't think
kind of
anyone
annoy me.
does.
But anyways, all right. So you're on this big sand dune, and looking out, again, you still see that like oasis thing, but down at the bottom of this sand dune to the left, you see like where the sand kind of is, I don't know, blown away, and you see like stone ground that kind of goes up to this really small like rocky cave that's covered by part of the sand dune to the left. And you, everybody, give me a perception check.
Oh,
Found
dear.
it. The Cave of Wonders.
Well, it is an oasis, so it's probably a wonder wall.
I
17.
do like that band. It was
23.
the 90s. I was like prime age to like that music.
19.
Okay. So you guys can catch a whiff of like what smells like baked bread coming from the cave.
Does that smell like
They
bread
have
to anybody?
bakeries out this far in the desert.
Business would be terrible, and where are they getting the wheat from?
Well, it would be a good place to have it though, because you'd be nice and cool under the sand dunes.
Does it not concern anyone that is baking bread in the desert?
That just means that there's humanity somewhere around here. I suggest we go check it out. I don't think we're getting any closer to this, whatever that is in the distance.
And they might have some idea what's going on, at least.
Okay. So you guys make your way over to the opening of that cave. It's not a big
Yeah.
one. Like I said, this would be. It looks like maybe again, it goes into the sand dune, but it's maybe like 20 feet wide. The opening is about 6 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. It's very small.
Before we go in, I'm just gonna be like, 5 gold says it's a hack.
I like your thinking.
Want to take that action?
A hag, you say?
That doesn't sound helpful at all to our health.
Well, at the very least, we don't have to worry about anything as long as we're on our toes around a hag.
I'm gonna walk in, axe in hand. The camel will stay by the entrance,
Okay.
just in case I need to make a quick getaway.
When you walk in, you see a table, and then beyond and there's like, it's lit in here. Beyond the table, you also see what looks like a giant cauldron, and you see what looks like a wood fire stove, but it's like a stone slab with rocks, the way it's built up and everything. And you see what looks like some flatbread on there. And there's like a small golden skinned, dark brown haired, gnomish woman standing next to there. And you see her kind of like whirling something up, like almost like a spell on it. And you see a very fat gnomish guy sitting at the table, no boots, feet up on the table. And he's got glasses that are like on the tip of his nose. He also has golden skin. His hair is like peppered, but it's also dark brown. And he looks at you, and you see like he almost falls backwards out of his chair, and he catches himself, does not fall backwards out of his chair. And you see the woman, she looks over at you and she's like, oh my, we have visitors. I didn't clean up today. And she starts like moving things around, and like anything that's like out, she kind of like shoves it into just like drawers and chests real quick. And she's like, what can we do for you?
Just gonna look back at the others. I may have made a mistake. I don't think they're hags.
Is this the hag residence? Hello?
That's putting the hags back on my back.
Sapphire is going to quickly walk in there and be like, hags, get out of here. They were all thinking that you two were hags.
Why would we be hags? This is me and my husband.
I figured as much, and I know that people have to make a living here in such a desolate location.
We just scour and look for food, and sometimes we travel, and you know. What do you need?
Well, I was thinking that we probably need a night to rest, if that's all right. We'd be happy to pay you.
We don't. This is it. I mean, that's our bed right there, and we don't.
Well, we don't need a bed to rest in. We just need somewhere to stay out of the heat and the sand for now.
It looks like you'd all fit in that bed.
This is not a very big place. You can't stay inside here. You can sleep outside if you want to stay, and I can happily, create some food and water for you. But then you should be on your way, because we don't want any trouble. We don't want anyone coming around here.
You don't want any guests?
No, we don't want to bring on any unwanted attention.
Perhaps maybe you should invest in a door.
Oh, you don't have to worry about unwanted attention. We're with the police. I'd like to ask you about the oasis-looking place over there.
Oh, that's just where the barbarians reside, the desert dwarves,
Yes.
We're just the desert gnomes. We just hang
And
out
how
here.
far is it from here?
Oh, I would say at least a day away. Again, we try to keep a low profile. We don't want to go anywhere near there.
Well, we could smell the fresh bread,
Well, I was just creating it.
but that would attract people,
Well, we were gonna eat it.
right?
And that attracts things.
You
Just
So
be
fucking
do
careful.
know.
Fred.
You do know desert dwarves do not eat bread. They like meat.
Well, that's
They won't
Well, they
eat
they
bread.
will eat bread. They will eat bread if there's no other option.
They have other things that they grow over there.
I'm sorry, we've gotten off onto the wrong trunk or branch. Would you like some fresh water?
Well, I would love it. I mean, we can create it ourselves, but I would happily take some.
Okay, so Black Trunk bends down, like almost folding in half, with all his branches up against the top of the cave, and takes out his endless decanter of water and pours a tankard of water for them.
Oh no, I forgot I was in geyser mode.
Blast.
Some
Just
water.
spray her just blast her right in the face. Just spray it all over her face, everywhere.
No, I saved that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. Do you know? Do you serve Medea,
Funky cold guy?
our goddess of earth?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we do. She's the one who grants me the powers to create the food and water that we typically eat and drink, and she provides for us.
So you're a cleric.
Yeah, you could say so. Lesser, but yes. I once studied to be an acolyte in Elda.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's where I met my husband.
And what brings you out here?
Well, we wanted a more quiet life, and because we are desert people, well, we weren't necessarily treated well in Elda. You know, a lot of issues between Elda and the people of the western, dwarven territories.
Of course.
And we're not really welcome with the dwarves in their, encampment or anything. But we do have a friend over there, sort of like a shaman of sorts. He does their healing, and occasionally he visits us. He's really our only true friend out here that comes and visits us. But we live a simple life, and we're happy to be together, and we play games. And like this little rock. You see this shiny rock? We brought this back from Elda. It's got 20 sides, and so we play a game called Dwarves and Dungeons, and it's so much fun.
I see. That does sound exciting.
It is. It is. It gives us all the adventure we need.
That's understandable.
I'm a level 32 dungeon master. And my husband here, he's playing a level 16 dwarf right now. It's an evil campaign.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dragobot's just standing here like, I don't care. Can we stay?
Yes, you can sleep outside. I said that. And I will provide food and water for you first thing in the morning.
But if we stay outside, won't that draw attention?
As long as you do not draw attention. No fires.
Oh, there won't be any fires.
Don't cook any meats. I guarantee you, if you cook any meat, they will be here fast.
Really?
Yes. It will lure them here. We've given up meat because of that reason.
Oh,
What about pre-dried meat?
No, I would not. I would leave it put away. They have drakes that will sniff that shit out so fast.
Are you saying there's no bacon?
No, you can't have hogs out here.
No eggs.
The drakes will eat them.
What do you even eat?
Well, bread, vegetables, whatever my spell creates. It's kind of more random than anything, actually. It's kind of cool.
I hate.
I'm not good enough to control it. I don't even know what we're going to have for breakfast tomorrow. It's so exciting. It's like a mystery box.
What if this is something you don't want to eat?
Well, we just eat it anyway. Sometimes my friend brings by good berries. Those are delicious. You put them in your mouth, and when you bite them, they pop. Oh, it's so satisfying. And just one of those things makes you, not full, but you are fine for the rest of the day. And if you have any ailments or sores or whatever, it goes away. It's so great. Have you had good berries before? They're good. There's a reason they're called good berries.
It's a berry. Woo.
You don't eat good berries?
Oh, what we do? I make them.
Oh, you can make them?
Yes.
Oh, can you make some now?
Only if you let us sleep inside.
There's no room.
We will sleep on the floor near the entrance.
I mean, you can try to squeeze over there. It's 4 feet wide.
I can curl
I
up
slept in worse conditions.
I can curl up in a ball.
Okay, if that's what you want. That would be fine by me.
And you can teach us this game that you play.
Ooh, you want to play?
Oh,
We
yeah.
haven't had new party members before.
Sure.
And we just get super meta. Just like Dwarves and Dragons for the next 3 hours.
How do you play Dwarves and Dungeons? I'm really interested.
Right, what happens if I roll a 1 on this dice?
Well,
That's bad.
it could be bad. It could be good. It would all just depends on the situation. Because maybe you want to have some fun and to break the bridge that you're crossing. And then you have to swim in the chasm and the flowing water.
Does not sound fun.
Oh, it could be. I mean, we left off at a really, really interesting point last time. Again, he was playing evil. So he kind of just went up and was looking for minions and broke a bunch of people out of prison. But when trying to break people out of prison, he didn't realize he accidentally let out his biggest enemy. And he didn't realize it because he was kind of sleeping with his back to the entrance of the cell. And once he realized it, he was like, oh shit, you're free. Crap. And it got really interesting. So breaking them out of prison, you guys could all be escaped prisoners. It's a great way to start for you guys.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, so now you guys just got to get out of the prison and avoid all the guards and avoid the dwarf that really is looking for you to be minions. Or you could be his minions. You could just offer to be it. Or you could serve the enemy. We could do this a lot of different ways. In fact, my husband could just create a second character and just play that instead this time. Just so it's more on par with you guys. We got to do a session 0 first, though. So we know that what your things you're comfortable with and not comfortable with. And we got to do all that. Okay?
Okay. What do we have to do for session 0?
Well, so we sit down and we decide, well, what do you want to play? And how do we, what are your character's motivations? And maybe we'll talk about things that you as a player just don't like and you're not comfortable with. Anything that makes you feel the ick,
Sounds
Okay.
very drab.
I mean, it's not for everybody. I mean, me and my husband kind of skip it because we've been playing so long together that we don't need to do a session 0 anymore. We just know what's okay and what's not okay. And so, for example, my husband and I sometimes get a little carried away and we role play out things physically, And obviously you guys might not want to see that. So that might be one of your things you bring up that you get uncomfortable. Maybe my husband and I flirting and talking dirty at the table, things like that. You might not want us to do. It might make you uncomfortable. Maybe you just got out of a breakup. And so us, talking dirty to each other might bring back memories for you that make you sad. So, if you don't want that, we could, just not do that.
That's okay. I don't mind watching.
I don't know what this lady was trying to insinuate or get across, but when she said we act things out physically, my brain immediately went to, oh, they play Dungeons and Dragons and then their characters fucking and they fuck too. I was like, oh,
Yeah, 100%. That's what we mean. That's 100% what we mean. By the way, I haven't even introduced myself. I got so excited. My name is Agnes, and my husband is Loprat.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Betty Sweever.
Nice to meet you, Betty. Who is the orc who's laughing at me in the entryway?
Oh, he's just misunderstood.
I was losing his shit because he's so confused and just had what he thought confirmed to him.
That's Dragobond.
I'm done.
We have costumes that we found in the desert that sometimes we dress up in too.
Oh,
We might have some that fit you.
That could be really fun. I like that idea.
Yeah, we have things that maybe will fit you guys. You could use.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun, Black Trunk? We could get you a costume as well.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It would have to be a really big costume, though.
Well, I don't have anything long, but I did find this this tutu looking thing that would fit that trunk perfectly. Do you want a green tutu?
You could be like a monk.
Who doesn't?
Ballerina.
Oh, well, just a minute. And she walks over and she starts flipping through a chest, and she pulls out the typical helmet like this, and then it's got the two horns that go up, and then after that she's like, I don't need that, and she throws it to the side. Oh, okay, here it is. And then she pulls the tutu out and hands it to you, Black Trunk. You now have a green tutu.
Okay.
That's a +1 tutu of protection.
I would very much.
It is a
like to see the
+1 to performance checks.
I would
You can
like
put that
to
down
see the
if you
helmet.
Awesome.
You want the helmet? Okay, she
Yeah, I'm
hands.
gonna go.
She's like, oh, here
I'm
you
gonna
go.
go. Is it like a actual helmet, or is this
Yeah, I mean it's like a dwarven helmet with horns, 2 horns on the side, kind of like the Viking helmets,
see if
like
it fits.
the fake.
Remember
Viking
the
helmets?
things that scavenge stuff from the sand golems after they kill people?
Yeah,
These are
basically,
the things that scavenge stuff.
kind of, maybe.
Oh, it's the Jawas. Got it. Yeah, I'll put on the helmet. I'll see if the helmet fits.
Yeah, it fits you. Oh, that looks good on you. It matches your tusks really well.
Oh my god, Dragobot, you look fabulous.
I
That's
feel like
so-
I'm the prettiest princess at the party.
So does this mean you guys are gonna play with us tonight?
I would
No,
love to.
I will
I'd
not.
love to as well. I'm Sapphire, by the
Betty
way.
and Sapphire are in. What about Black Trunk?
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So okay. So what was your name again, Mr.
Dragobot.
Dragobot? You're the only one that doesn't want to play.
I will keep watch at the entrance.
Okay.
But what about your camel? Does he want to play?
We don't. We can't have a camel come in and sit at our table. We don't even have enough chairs. You guys are gonna have to sit on the floor.
That's okay.
I can kneel. I'm used to it.
I don't even know how to take
Oh
that.
no!
Okay.
Oh, let me just get down on my knees here so I have somewhere comfortable to sit.
Well, here, let me give you guys some bread and here you go. And she kind of splits the bread for all of you guys, and says, "We can play later, and you can sleep at the entrance of our little home here."
Oh,
All right. And I'm going to hand each of them a good berry since I will cast good berry.
Excellent. They are so excited. Okay.
good berries.
All right. Everybody except Dragobod, you get inspiration for playing dwarves and dungeons with them.
I'm keeping the helmet.
You can-
This is my helmet.
so I think Black Trunk has earned 2. in this.
I have 2 now as well.
Perfect.
I do
Um,
have it too as well.
So real quick, what characters would you guys play in this Dwarves and Dungeons game?
Honestly, Betty would probably want to play like a wizard or something because she can't do magic and she's getting really super jealous of everyone around her who can.
Nice.
Sapphire would probably play some sort of like I don't know, shield hero type of situation.
Oh, okay.
So Betty and Sapphire like switching places.
Yeah.
We'll call you a shield master.
Yeah.
What about Black Trunk? What would he be?
Black Trunk is going to play the male tiefling that he has read about in the Forbidden Love series, sultry,
Ooh.
gnomish tiefling. So,
Is it like a tiefling bard then?
yeah, Bard.
I love it.
Who does like fire magic since he is terrified of fire.
I love it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you guys play your game and everything is fun and great and everyone has a good time. And you know, the one shield master hero character is wrongfully imprisoned, so trying to gather good guys to break out of prison and you know, do good things and stop the dwarf. Anyways, that goes on. You guys play for hours into the night before you finally go to sleep. In the morning, you guys are all asleep. Are you guys trying to do a watch at the door too?
I would have kept watches. I would at least kept a watch.
Okay. Would the rest of you be keeping watches as well?
I mean, I sort of can keep watch anyway.
Okay.
I don't have dark vision, so I'm kind of worthless for keeping watch at night.
Okay.
Yeah, Sapphire would have kept the next watch.
Okay. You guys all get your long rest, so you can click that again.
Yay!
Yay.
And the morning arrives. And when the morning arrives, it is a very bright, sunny day, not a cloud in sight. And it feels hotter than the previous day.
Well, looks like another glorious day for us to go trucking through the desert.
I'm jealous my character in that game could cast prestidigitation and clean her clothing quick and easy.
Agnes and Loprat, thank you guys for stopping by. And they say, if there's anything you guys ever need, feel free to come back and we can continue this campaign.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe on the way back we'll stop by and visit again.
That would be
I definitely
great.
want to see the conclusion. That was very entertaining. Thank you.
Oh, excellent. I appreciate it. And you guys said you stay in Elda, correct?
Yes. Yes.
I believe I overheard you say something about like the last stop in tavern.
Indeed.
Right. I've worked there.
I know where that is. I mean, maybe sometime in the next, I don't know, few months or next year sometime, maybe we'll make our way into town. And I mean, if they're as nice as you are in that inn and tavern, then I think we would have a great time.
Yes, come visit. It'll be a blast.
Excellent.
Fresh water is on me.
Well, may Medea bless you in your travels.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will ask her about the spell, the magic that she uses for Medea to cast whatever she's doing to cast the food. I would ask her about it.
Okay.
If there was if she had it written down or any way to learn it or something.
Yeah. So she actually tells you she can put it down on a scroll for you, and she gives you the a scroll of create food and water.
Okay.
Be fancy.
Yup.
And I also asked her what would be a good way to honor the god. Like, is there something specific we should do, or?
So Medea is the god of of earth, of the earth.
Okay.
Goddess of earth. She's very kind. She gives without expectations, and a lot of her followers do as well.
Okay.
In places of drought, it is believed that Medea is being blocked from those areas. Many will pray to her to lift the blight and allow her access to those lands.
Okay.
So she just asks that you pray to Medea to lift all of the drought in the barren desert. And hopefully one day Medea will be welcomed freely into the desert to help it grow and flourish.
Okay. So the good berries that I cast, I guess, they said they last like 24 hours. So
Okay.
I guess I would have them the next day. It's like halfway through the day or whatever.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
would assume, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Anything else before you guys head out? Any questions or anything for them?
Is the desert that we're in the barren desert?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought.
All right. All right. You guys heading out then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take the lead this time.
Sounds good. All right. You guys hit the trail. You start moving over more sand dunes and marching your way in the direction you meant to go in the first place.
Yay!
You're traveling most of the day. I mean, there's nothing. It's a desert. There's nothing to see, nothing to do. It's just sand after sand after sand. Maybe occasionally there's some rocks. Maybe, in fact, you know what? Give me a perception roll, Betty Sweever.
Okay. I have 15 for passive. That is well, it's 15 anyway.
All right. So you, as you're coming over a sand dune, you see what looks like a ruined statue that's covered by a bunch of sand. And this statue looks like... give me a religion check. Anybody can do it if they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, religion. I'm a Patley.
It's not bad for me.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I rolled 19 for my religion check.
Dirty
So did
20.
I.
I have a plus
But-
0.
But I have a
Dirty.
+5, so
Jeez.
Okay.
24.
So you guys see this statue, and any of you who rolled higher than a 15, you notice that this statue looks like it is a representation of Medea. And it's been toppled here in the desert and obviously desecrated.
Like recently desecrated or
no,
over
it's
time?
been,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's been a while. It's just been
Okay.
under sand for a long time, and you can see that the sand has kind of blown off of it.
So I actually rolled it. I actually passed it. So I guess from her description, I guess I recognize
Mm-hmm.
the statue. I'm sure it has been how bad. I mean, is it in all kinds of pieces or 3 pieces or?
6 unique pieces.
Okay. Black Trunk will attempt to try to assemble this thing back together.
Okay. Do you have a spell or something you can do?
That's a good question.
Well, I know that Sapphire does not, so
I sure don't.
What's it made out of?
Love.
Is it just stone?
Yeah, it's stone. Natural stone of some sort.
because I don't think mend will work on stone.
Not with a track that big.
No.
It looks like the statue, when pieced together, is maybe a 12-foot tall statue. It's not massive.
Does anybody have super glue?
I don't even know what that
Let's
is.
see.
I can help hold it up. I'm strong enough to do it. I like to. Betty's just
Just-
getting on Black Trunk's
Just hold it for another 5 more minutes. You're good.
Okay.
Do you start trying to like piece it together and stand it back
Yeah,
up?
yeah,
kinda?
yeah.
Okay.
Wait. I think we have rope. We can rope it together.
Oh, maybe Medea's into BDSM. Let's be
It's
tied
what
together.
Okay.
I preserved meats before. I will work on a statue too.
Well,
Well,
I've got
what
the
if
endless
we?
decanter of water.
I was gonna say, why don't we? If we can try, we could try to make some like mud out of all the sand,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then try
just
to mud it together, and
Yep.
maybe try to make it turn it into clay.
Okay.
Well,
That'd
we
probably
have-
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
add some mud and clay and feces, and we'll be able to go ahead and make mud bricks, and then we combined it together. And have it
Yeah, we
working.
could do that too.
What are your guys' backgrounds?
Well, I'm a theoretical physicist. Oh, you mean in game, not in real life?
In-game. You were just a soldier, I think, right?
I was just a soldier. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Marine. Like I like marching, being on boats.
I'm an acolyte.
Okay. I don't think Black Trunk was a sailor.
Yes.
Okay. So, I will let you guys, let's do a group roll.
Oh, no.
Everybody roll an intelligence check. I know this is not
I'm-
going to go well for
No.
the group.
I'm good at these. Watch.
Just a straight up
watch.
intelligence roll.
Watch.
Yep. If you guys beat a
Natural
total
20.
of 30.
I'm going to use inspiration.
Oh.
for this.
Whoa. 17.
I rolled a 5. I'm using inspiration. Oh yeah, 13.
That's 30
17 and
right there.
13. We
What
got
did Sapphire and Dragobod get?
I rolled an 18 minus 1.
22.
Dude, you guys crushed it. So you guys, like,
Four.
for some reason, all
Got
of you
four.
pieced together. You're like, you know what? I remember one time when I was a kid having to stomp in this little thing to make the mud clay into these bricks with like straw and everything. We don't really have straw, but this will work perfect with what we got. And you start like using the water from the decanter and all the right stuff, and you start making this paste, and you start like putting it together. And like once you get it all together, it actually looks beautiful. You can barely see where the cracks were. And it's like positioned right, and like all of a sudden like the sun hits it just right, and you see like these little tiny plants start to like grass sprout within a couple inches of the base. Like
I
almost
start to water them.
instantly. Yeah, they start to be watered, and then it stops after a second, and you all get inspiration for doing a good deed for the desert.
Yay!
Yay.
My cat's gonna be so
Oh,
proud.
it helped.
You did.
We did. That's
Yeah,
the power of teamwork and friendship.
If I die, I'm coming back as a wizard.
Yeah.
Miss being intelligent.
Awesome. All right. You guys continue to walk, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I shall continue riding my
Say a
camel.
prayer to Medea and then.
Yeah,
move
same.
on.
I love it.
Yep.
Okay.
A funky full prayer to Medea.
All right. So another really tall, like you guys are keep walking, and you come up to another really tall sand dune. You kind of get to the top, and you see straight ahead, looks like civilization. You see, and it's getting kind of dark, but you see like trees, like palm trees. You see water in the middle, and you see these like rocky buildings that are built with natural stone. It's like, but it's not like it's built as in like, hey, a couple people came and made this perfect structure. It's like stone piled up, you know, like they found a big chunk of stone, they put it here. Then they found another one and like kind of stacked it up to make these little like houses out here. And you see that nobody is outside. And it might be because it's hot. I mean, you're not really sure. But it's you do see smoke coming from the various huts.
Like it's those dwarves.
We're told it was the desert dwarf barbarian people. Do we smell meat? That's
Do I smell meat?
Give me a perception check.
Meat roll.
Roll for meat.
Natural 20.
Yep.
You do not smell meat, but you do smell what looks. It smells like mushrooms
It's not meat.
Yay, mushrooms.
and cabbage, and maybe asparagus.
Oh, my
Poultry?
character
Fish,
is
No,
like
no fish.
Poultry?
No. No chicken, no bird. Nothing. All vegetables.
Shrimp? Lobster? Crab?
No.
Anything?
Crawdad? Desert crawdad?
Scorpion?
No. No scorpion.
What?
Oh,
Desert jambalaya?
I don't think
All
we
of a
should
sudden,
go.
you hear coming from one of the huts, "I'm tired of eating this crap." And you hear like what sounds like a stone bowl get smashed against a wall.
Probably
He's-
dehydrated.
he sounds raw angry.
you're
think he-
probably right, Black Trunk. He probably needs some more water.
And you see also off to the side, definitely what looks like all the food I just described being grown in like a field.
Well, we are looking for the amulet.
I don't think we should bring this camel down there. They might try to eat it.
That's true.
I mean, it's an undead camel, so
They
don't-
might not care.
I can just
That's
resummon him
true.
in the morning. But
Oh,
Oh. Wait, if you could read.
That's like a vastly superior amount of meat right there you got going
he's
on.
undead? Oh, I guess that would explain the 3 hunts.
All of a sudden, you guys hear from coming from the side, kind of sneaking up on you. You hear a noise, and then you hear, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Oh, who is that?
And you guys
Hello?
turn to look, and you see what looks like a guy that has these long chains attached to 2 what look like desert drakes. And we're going to take a little break right there. We'll be back in just a moment.
Dad, is that you? Are you back with cigarettes?
All right, we are back. We've only been talking about video games and all the other fun stuff while we were on break, but we are back and ready to play. So you were just approached by a dwarf who he's got a bald head. It seems like, however, we
won't judge.
He does seem to have like a hat that kind of shields him from the sun, kind of like a flat like hat, and obviously a full beard, has some braids in it, and he's holding on to a chain that connects two drakes that are like a golden, they almost match the sand color wise on these chains, and he's holding an axe, and he's about 40 feet away from you. And hey, what are you doing here?
Goodberry?
Yes, you may approach, but slowly.
Okay. I start heading towards him.
He kind of like sheaths his axe like on a strap on his side and says, all right, you can toss it. And
would you like some water to wash it down?
No, we got water.
Well, this is really fresh, though.
Maybe in a minute. What brings you here? You did not answer the question. And you see off to the side, down at the huts, you can see some people starting to come out of the huts. You see what looks like, so there's 12 different like huts. You can see clearly there are 4 guys who come out with weapons drawn and start walking, like not walking, but moving a little bit faster towards the bottom of this dune.
Moving with a purpose?
A little bit of a purpose. Not sprinting, not running too hard,
Right.
but there's some urgency, and everyone else kind of stays back. And then you see what looks like a shaman that comes out of one, but he's not a dwarf. In fact, he's very tall, has a big like nose, kind of pinkish, has like gray skin, some like a moppy type of hair, very short, almost like the Friar Tuck kind of haircut, and he's kind of standing at his hut. So what brings you here?
Oh, well, we're just traversing the desert. We ran into some gnomes earlier.
Okay.
I hand him the good berry.
You get close enough to do that? When you get kind of close,
I have a
drakes
long
kinda snap
branch.
at you. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Do they need one as well? They seem a bit snippy.
They won't eat it.
Oh. So I try to hand him the good berry.
He takes it and he eats it, and you hear it go pop, and as it pops, some of the juice squirts out.
It's fresh.
It's kind of sloppy. It starts running down his beard. Yeah, good berries are good. It's not ideal, but it definitely works. It gets the job done. You can't stay here.
Oh, okay.
You have to keep walking. You pass around.
Oh. Well, we're sorry. We don't mean to intrude.
Well, you have. It's supper time around here. We're just trying to eat.
Oh. Well, we don't plan on taking any of your food.
There's enough. But that's not what this is about. We don't like intruders. We don't like outsiders.
Oh.
We got to protect our own.
That makes sense. You're in the desert.
It's dangerous out here. Resources are slim.
They are. And what's your name?
Oh, fuck you.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. Can I roll a perception check?
Go for it.
Okay.
Does he have a name?
He's gonna.
He could.
I did not expect it to come so fast. That's what she said.
Oh,
Betty needs to change her underwear.
I'm Morphe Warax.
War. X. Well, Morphe, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Morphe Warax.
More feet?
Yes.
Literally more feet or axe?
Yep. Warax. Like
War
a
axe.
war axe. Yep.
Sorry. Got an acorn in my...
Don't worry, it's not as cool as my brother's name.
What's his name?
Got me?
Well. Oh. Oh, and these are my associates and friends. Hi. Do we have any questions for Morphe?
No, I don't want us to leave. I'm content with leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just passing through.
Okay, well, you're free to go. We'll let you pass. Don't
Okay.
return. Don't return or we'll assume aggression.
What if we have to walk back the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Go wide away. Don't come nearby.
What's nearby?
Us. I don't want to. If we see you in our patrol, it'll be not met well.
And why is that?
They don't like outsiders.
Your friend here's not real bright. Doesn't listen well, do they? They might have an acorn in their ear as well.
No, just earwax.
You might want to take care of that.
There's an issue.
And then you see at the far hut that's like kind of like in the interior circle of it. It also looks like one of the largest huts, but you see a guy come out, who's standing there, a dwarf, and he has like a necklace on, and it looks like what you believe is the amulet that you were looking for.
I waved to
Oh,
him.
we should murder
Wave my
everyone
branches.
right now.
You say that out loud?
No, of course I don't.
I will wave my
Really going to hurt your
branch at him.
pacifist run.
He just stands there. He does not acknowledge your wave at all.
What kind
Who
of
is that?
weapons is he wielding?
What's that?
And does he have any weapons on him?
Oh, of course he has weapons. So he has what looks like a warhammer, and he has a shield. And on the front, so the shield looks kind of crude, but on the front it looks like crystals are like embedded in the front of the shield. And in fact, you see some of the other guys also have shields down there, but theirs do not have crystals in it.
Who's that down there?
Just our leader.
Oh, well, thank him for letting us pass.
Yeah. Well, you may be on your way.
We will.
Sounds good.
Have a good day, Morphe.
You as well. Didn't you ask if his name was Sequoia or something at one point? The leader? Or no, that was the big elder tree, wasn't it? Yeah. I was like, did I write that name down?
Yep.
And that was the only thing I could remember.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, I start backing away. I turn and walk away.
Okay. He kind of stands there and watches you on top of that dune. What does everybody else do as this is going on?
Keeping an eye out for anyone that I need to murder.
I'm trying to make eye contact with the shaman.
Now's not the time.
All right, hurry along, everybody. We got a long trip to go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys heading back towards the gnomes, or are you heading a different direction?
No, we passed through like as
Like you
if
go
we're
around
going.
them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say we
like-
just go around them and just like look for the next hill or dune that we can cross over, and then maybe stop and then watch them.
Yeah,
We like this
something like
plan.
that
Oh, I didn't
Maybe
even know
wait
I
for
had
night.
one.
kind of thing.
Good plan.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get out of sight and keep going. And then, yeah, you're out of earshot and everything now.
Hmm.
Well, I'm
Well,
the only one
that
that saw
was-
the necklace.
No, I saw it too. That's who we're looking for.
Yeah, I waved to him, but he ignored me.
Somehow I don't think they're going to give it up willingly.
And somehow I feel like this is a trap. We go in, and I know that they know we're coming.
I don't think it'll be
They got
hard to know
drakes.
we're coming.
They got drakes. They can sniff us out.
I think they know we were coming quite easily. We're not exactly the quietest bunch of people here.
No.
I give everybody a good berry, and just so before they go bad, which was 24 hours. So
Okay.
mechanic. I mean, it doesn't give anybody extra hit points or anything.
Just
It
sustenance, so you don't have to
Yeah,
eat and
so-
drink water and stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then.
So what is your plan?
Yeah. What is our plan?
What is our plan?
So, does anyone have a plan?
It's starting to get dark, too.
Good.
We
Well,
should
I think
probably-
we should wait at least until night and assess the situation at nighttime.
I'll say we rush in and slaughter everyone, and then
Oh.
take the amulet.
You know, that's a very tempting idea. It's
Everyone
not a
would
bad
need-
idea. We'll keep
I
that in
mean,
line for Plan C at the
Every-
moment.
Everyone would mean the whole village, though.
Yeah, maybe
I've
not.
got some spells I can take out multiple groups of people.
Yeah, maybe we don't have to kill everyone in the village. There might be alternatives to murdering the entire village.
Well,
Like,
Oh, some of the village.
Not all, only those who get in our way of the village.
What are these? Are these dwarves? Are they active at night? We should probably watch them to see what they do.
Well, they do have drakes as well. And those are probably active at night.
and they'll probably sniff us out.
Well, what we need to remember is, how did they get the amulet in the first place?
I don't remember. And I think that amulet gives this person magical resistance too.
Yes. And it also is what I believe is allowing this oasis to exist in the first place. So if we take the amulet from them, we essentially destroy this entire civilization.
Wow.
On the other
Okay.
hand, they're a bunch of marauding, murdering barbarians. Do we particularly care if we wipe out that civilization?
I think we know my answer.
Right.
We do know your answer, and we respect your answer, and we might go with your answer.
Of murdering
No.
everybody. Even
No.
the women and children.
No,
Especially the
even-
children.
Leave
I have
no
to agree with
witnesses.
Dragobod on this one.
Oh, it's
These
because
are-
I'm intelligent.
These are people known to be ruthless, right? Am I wrong?
Give me a history check.
Yeah, I was about to say, what do we really know about these people other than they're called the Dwarven Barbarians and the gnomes don't like them much?
History +2, 19.
So their reputation is that they are definitely despised by Elda, the Eastern dwarves, even the elves. Like pretty much everybody thinks the Western dwarves are kind of ruthless, known for kind of like acting like pirates. They'll take from you what they want. They've been known to raid villages in the Eastern Dwarven territory. That's why there's a wall over there. However, a lot of this perception dates back hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's not necessarily like these dwarves go out and raid necessarily, but their ancestry definitely did, or at least that's what's been told to the current generations.
All right, well, I will relay that to what I know. You know, according to history, they have been known to do a lot of raids and taking what they want. But do we really know them to be hostile here, honestly?
Well, we know they don't like outsiders, and we also know the fact that the desert gnomes, who we spoke with, try to avoid them at all costs. On the other hand, they didn't murder us outright, and they were quite paranoid of us, but that doesn't mean anything. Anyone would be paranoid of outsiders, especially if you're an isolationist group like them.
So, and we are getting the amulet because it used to be where the elder trees were, right? What's the origin of the amulet again?
You didn't hear the origin necessarily, but you know that it causes vegetation to grow,
Right.
even in desolate areas like this. But the main reason is because it is an item that will help you taking on the orc necromancer because of
Okay,
the spell,
oh.
the magical resistance you can give to all your allies.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's a thing to help fight the thing. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe I can cause a distraction and they'll come running out to see what's going on, and then the rest of you will slip in and try to grab the amulet.
We
could
don't
always-
exactly
Oh,
slip.
go ahead.
We don't exactly slip in.
I'm in my armor on a camel.
Goes ahead and shakes her chest, and her armor rattles the same shit.
Actually, I could change my form to make myself look like one of them.
Good.
Okay.
We could
And-
always try asking nicely.
That thought did cross my mind. That might be our best option, is to just go down there and say, we're trying to defeat an evil necromancer who's going to come here and slaughter all of you. Can we have some assistance through the amulet?
We didn't tell them why we were here.
I kind of don't think they would agree to that.
I don't know if they'll agree to it or not, but either we're going to have to fight them one way or we're going to have to fight them another. Unless our friend here can disguise herself as one of them and then sneak in undetected, grab the amulet undetected from around the person's neck, and avoid getting her skull bashed in by that massive warhammer, and then sneak out undetected. No offense against you in any way, shape, or form, but I don't think you're that sneaky at the end of the day.
Well, unlike you, I don't wear armor.
As you guys are talking, you see walking towards you this woman in like a green, like
Tutu?
no, that's what you're wearing. Like a green dress, and over it she's got like a cloak, and it kind of covers, like you can't really see her head, but as she gets close, she kind of pulls it back and says, "You seem like you might need some help."
Does your name start with an M by chance?
Why, it sure does.
Are you okay?
That's just called a lucky guess, Dragobond.
I know you are trying to get the Amulet of Life. And because of your kind gesture in putting my statue back together, I would like to grant you a boon. A one-time
God.
use. It'll work on all of you. It is Pass Without Trace. And she hands each of you a leaf. And she says, if you tear this leaf, you will have the effects of Pass Without Trace for up to 1 minute.
Oh my.
Continue to use your abilities for good, and I'm sure you may be visited by other great deities. You may be given other great boons in your future.
You for this wonderful gift. Before you leave, a glass of fresh water?
No, thank you. I have no need for such things. But thank you for your kindness.
Great deity.
I will see you, I'm sure, at some point. Safe travels. And she starts walking in the same direction she was walking before, right past you guys.
No one see it as a problem. There is 2 gods in the last several days.
Honestly, at this point, I've just given up trying to figure anything in this world out.
Pretty interesting.
So this one is only 1 minute, though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could give you 2 or 3 of them and let you go in there.
You have a total of 4.
Yeah. We could give them to you and have you go in there, disguised as one of them. Sneak your way in there first with Pass Without a Trace. And if you're disguised as one of them, no one would think twice about you walking around when it wears off. Then you activate it again late at night when he's asleep. And take the amulet off of him and then Pass Without a Trace your way back.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Might be our best bet. Do any of our spellcasters happen to have the invisibility spell available to them?
Oh, I do.
Oh. How long does that last for?
1 hour.
Well, if you cast that on her, then even better, with Pass Without a Trace as well. She'll be incredibly hard to notice when going for the amulet. Anyone else have any other boons they can offer her?
No other gods show up.
Well, let's wait until... Let's all try and get some rest. One person stays on watch, and then let's say around 2 or 3 a.m., they'll probably all be asleep, drunk, or something.
Both.
Yeah. And then we send you off on your mission.
So overnight, it gets very cold. It's not the best rest you've ever had. Because you're trying to sleep overnight, right? To camp or whatever?
Till about 2 or 3 in the morning when we're pretty much guaranteed they'll be asleep.
Okay. So you can do a short rest then in that time.
Okay.
The time passes uneventful. No more gods show up.
Good.
Okay.
All right, what's your plan? What are you guys doing?
Well, all right, I guess.
Give her the leaves.
Yeah, I can make give you invisibility. It'll last an hour. You go down there and see what you can do.
And I'll take the leaves with me
Yep.
for Pass Without a Trace.
And I think if anything goes down or we suspect anything, we'll create a distraction.
How far away are you guys going to be, or try to be?
How far
7
away
miles.
now?
I mean,
7
all
miles.
right.
I'd like to do my best impression of a World War I general and be 35 miles behind the front line.
What's World War One?
Oh,
What's
you
a
haven't got to
general?
that part yet, but your kids are gonna love it.
Don't you have to like
They're not.
stand in a trench about 10 feet from the other guy and then just shoot each other in the face?
Oh wait, they're not because they'll be dead.
How far away are we right now from
I
there?
mean, you probably went like maybe a mile, not too far.
So I'm also going to sneak as well because I want to try to reduce my level of sound.
Pass without trace, I think, makes it so you don't make sounds from walking.
Right, but that's
Yep,
only
no
a minute per. I'm going to
Right.
use that in the dire times when I think there might be somebody nearby.
Gotcha.
So basically, I'm going to sneak normally. Even though I'm invisible, I'm going to sneak so that way I'm taking my time to look around, making sure that I
Gotcha.
can get there safely, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So we'll move to within probably a
So being
quarter-
invisible still leaves footprints in the sand as well.
yes.
Pass without a trace covers up footprints.
I know. I'm
can-
making that very clear.
I can use
If you cast a spell when you have invisibility on you, it ends invisibility.
It's true.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Just use pass without a trace on your way into there because remember you're still moving at 30 feet for 10, so you have 300 feet of movement with pass without a trace on, and
Okay.
then when you're
Yeah,
in-
I'll do that. Yeah.
let's move to within a quarter mile because that way the spell lasting an hour will be plenty of time for her to get in and out.
Okay. So where are you guys hoping to position yourselves at? The three of you.
Preferably, yeah. Preferably any place we can find any decent form of cover.
So like the top of
Yeah.
a sand dune nearby, maybe.
Yeah, just kind of
Yeah.
where we can peek our heads over, not where we can actually, where we can kind of be on the opposite side.
Okay.
Defilade.
Hang on, I'm gonna roll for it.
Quarter of a mile is a good distance away from there,
Okay.
and it's dark.
Yeah.
Doesn't really help against drakes though, unfortunately. They have a very keen sense of smell.
All right, so
Yep.
you guys can get about 200 feet from the camp on a sand dune.
Okay.
On the side where like the vegetation grows, so you can probably go through there.
Okay.
So there is vegetation.
Yeah, oh yeah. They have like a farm thing that's
Okay.
happening.
All right. I didn't
That's
know
why
how
where
far.
they're getting those vegetables from.
Yeah, I just didn't know how far it.
It's only near the camp. But you guys are
Okay.
not in that. It's just I'm saying that's the direction. So basically where there are fields of like asparagus and all this other stuff is growing, you're on that side of it rather than like where all the homes are on the other, the way it's set up. Okay. All right. So you're 200 feet away. Sapphire, how far are you moving in before you start using Pass Without Trace from the 200 feet away?
I would say I would make sure I'm not doing it on the final dune coming in, so that way there's
Right.
no.
Well, yeah, you all kind of
footprints.
positioned yourselves there. So
Yeah. So when I actually get in there, though, I probably would do it like right around the. I'd say 200 feet at minimum away from the place where I knew where the guy the tent the guy came out of or whatever the building.
okay. All right. So you start moving down the dune into the gardening area. When you get into the gardening area, it's not sand. It's like soil, normal dirt soil. Okay. well, like it's moist, like not muddy, but it's like perfect soil. And you're starting to like walk through it. Give me your stealth check with advantage because you're invisible.
Oh, there we go. A 24.
Okay. All right. So you are moving through there. You don't see anything crazy. You do see up on one of the sand dunes on the far side, where you guys were the previous, like, few hours ago. You see that guy with the drake just kind of like walking around up there. But yeah, nothing seems to catch your attention. You start moving out of the vegetation to where like the different huts are. Okay. And like I said, there's 12 huts. You remember the main hut from up above was towards the north side of the camp, but there was an outside, like it was just a little bit inside the circle of huts, kind of near where the water is, because there's like a little pond in the middle of this little encampment.
Yeah.
And again, it's all dirt here. It's no longer sand through here. The huts, though, are built with stones, and those are sand colored, but the dirt is like dark soil. You, as you move into the where the huts are, you can hear like people snoring, and you don't really hear anything else going on. It just sounds like everyone's asleep.
All right, I'm gonna keep moving towards where we saw the guy coming out of that one location.
All right. You get to his hut.
Take a peek in, poking my head around. I just want to see what's in there first.
And you
before
still
I-
haven't done the pass without trace, correct?
No, I've done it. I've done it at this point. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you-
No, I did it like at least 200 feet before I got into where
Okay.
I knew where it was at.
Okay. When you peek in, so the huts are like 10 feet around. They're not very big. There's like in the side of the wall, you can see the way the rocks are. It's clearly where they've like been cooking their food on like a fireplace with a small pot. You see a simple chair, a foot locker, and like a very crude bed. The bed is like blankets layered on the ground. And you see the backside of a dwarf who's clearly got like multiple blankets over top of him. But yeah, that's about it. And you can see right next to his bed, you see a warhammer, and you see that shield with crystals in it.
But not the amulet he was wearing.
No, you can't see it from where you are standing.
All right, so I'm gonna go in,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look to see if I can see his neck to see if he's wearing anything first.
Okay. So you get kind of close. The blanket kind of comes up over that spot because again, it's cold, so it's kind of covering the back of his neck. So you can see like hair, but you cannot see a necklace right now. Give me a perception check.
All right. Perception. I have an advantage on that. 18.
So you can see, you kind of like lean over. You can see what looks like a necklace around his neck sitting right there on like his blanket. It's around his neck though.
Right. That's the issue. He is a person, though, right?
A dwarf.
Yeah, technically a person. Shit. There's nothing I can do. All right, I guess I'm gonna try to take it off without waking him up.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Roll seduction.
At disadvantage because it is literally on his neck and his head is on flat ground.
One.
I mean, is it like a metal chain on his neck, or is it just a leather strap or something?
Okay, that wasn't bad at all. 16.
Let's see how he does. So you start as you start to like pull it off, he definitely like turns and you stop. He rolls over. It's still on his neck. And you can see now where it is tied.
Hmm.
Would you like to try
Alright.
again?
I would like to try to untie it from where it clasps behind,
Okay.
and then
Give me a straight sleight of hand check. Just single roll.
not 20, 22.
All right. Well, he rolled an 8. So he does not notice it. You untie it and grab it.
All right, I guess I will pocket it,
Okay.
and then I'm going to. How big is that Warhammer?
Just a traditional standard Warhammer, it looks like. Whatever size those would be. I mean, it's nice. It's clearly nicer than what the other dwarves here had.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And what about the shield? How big
Just
is
a
it?
medium-sized shield. It's not too big. And it looks like it might be pretty light because the wood's not very thick.
All right. So I'm gonna take his Warhammer and his shield as well,
Okay.
and I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. And those, when you pick them up being invisible, they disappear too, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You make your way out. You have probably burned through at least one, maybe two pass without traces at this point.
Yeah. If I need to use another, I will. For
Okay.
sure.
And you obviously start making your way back up then to your friends.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. You start getting through that gardening area. And again, it's quiet. Nothing seems to happen or anything like that. And you start working your way up the sand dune. Obviously, you've burned through all the pass without traces at this point. You get to the top where your friends are. And, things seem to be fine. What would you like to do?
Guys, I got the amulet. Quickly. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Before they find
None
us.
of the dwarves noticed you. The patrol drastically failed their checks. So you're good there. The guy didn't wake up. I was making checks for that. So you seem to get away without any issues.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go
Time to
before
leave.
they know what happened. Quickly.
All right. Where are you heading?
Just as quickly, I don't know, wherever we need to go.
Yep. Which direction from here would it be towards the necromancer's area?
South.
Like, don't we have to go back the way we came?
Would that be back the way we came?
So technically the territory at the south has no mountains. So it's open. It goes from desert to just barren wasteland.
Okay.
Yes.
And you could go east and try to go through the little crevice if you wanted to try and stay out of the desert. You could. There's
Weren't we
different
already
threats either
heading
direction.
south?
No, you were heading west into this territory.
Oh, right. Okay.
So in that case, let's head. Let's head south for the rest of the night into the morning, and then start heading east. Would probably be our best bet, because when they saw us heading west. So even if they suspect us, they'll send scouts west. So if we head south and then east again, that would really throw off their trail to search for us if they decide to search for us.
And we should probably take our time at doing it and make sure we cover our tracks, too.
Exactly.
Who's gonna do that?
I'll do that.
That'll be our
Give me a
spellcaster.
survival check.
I have advantage. And that would be a 24.
Okay. All right. You guys proceed to start heading south and southeast. And so you guys are hopefully just going straight down into the barren area, like the orcish territory, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All right, so you start traveling south out of the desert towards the orcish territory. As you start to get to the edge of the desert, it takes a few days. Okay, you guys got water, you've got good berries you can do. Like, not worried about that. You do all suffer a level of exhaustion from the physical aspects of this, though. Okay, just one level. You're traveling for a few days because it's obviously rough terrain. And you notice the further south you go, the cloudier and darker the sky continues to get. You also notice the mountains look more and more jagged to the east as you head south. And we will end the session as you are approaching Dragobod. You would recognize what looks like some sort of ruins. We will end the session right there, but you would recognize these ruins, and we will clear that up before the next session. So with that, we'll go around, let everyone, tell you where where the audience can find you, and we will end the session there. But Josh, what channels do you play games on?
Mainly OnlyFans. Other than that, you can find me on BN Drake's channel, where I play a few characters there. And other than that, just here with Juce and Master the Game.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Josh. Next up is Harold from Blackthorn's Apothecary. Where are all the places they can find you by searching for Blackthorn's Apothecary?
You can find me on TikTok as Blackthorn's Apothecary. And then you can also see my lovely, lovely face here where I play the games and roll the good dice.
Right. It got better. It started
for the camel. It'd get better for me.
We need new dice then.
Oh, no, I'm never going to abandon my dice.
You're just like, no, I'm going to stick with it.
Stick with
We'll
him for
abandon
this
the
session.
camel, though.
Oh, yeah, I'll abandon the camel. I can just make him again.
I love it. We're going to name him Joe. Joe Campbell. Smoking. That's why he's dead.
You might not be wrong.
He was a smoker, an avid smoker. I saw all the ads in my childhood, my youth. It was cool. No, I'm just kidding. And Peter.
All right. You can find me at B and Drake, where you can see Josh play Agent Velvet and Nathan play Agent Violet.
Velvet and Violet?
Yep.
Oh, that's like that adult bookstore, Velvet Touch or something like that. It's all violet on the outside of the buildings. Do you guys have those where you're at?
We're similar to Crimson and Clover. Velvet and Violet.
It's true.
We're playing Delta Green. I'm not sure how many episodes we have left, but getting close to the end. It is set in 1969.
Nice.
Las Vegas.
I love it.
And playing Old School Essentials, where the players are about to get on a ferry road and go meet some fairy lord. So we'll see what happens with
nice.
Very
Very
and
cool.
I'm here at Master of the Game playing Black Trunk.
Awesome. And we have a lot of campaigns we've played together, so check out one of the many backlogs of campaigns, and you'll probably see Peter's beautiful face on one of those games. And next up is Nate. Where are all the places they can find you?
Well, you can't really find me anywhere except for OnlyFans or, playing here with this game and playing.
And
with,
if you want to
DM
pay
Drake.
a premium $5 to see his Hobbit feet, the hair and warts and all, again, $5, and you get all access.
Not the Hobbit.
All
feet.
access, only feet.
Only feet. Only feats.
Now
Finder
that's what I
dot com.
call second breakfast.
I love it.
He's on
Excellent.
Feet Finder.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching again. Obviously, this is Master the Game. We have all sorts of stuff on this channel. You're going to start seeing some more Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs. We do a show called RPG Power Hour, which Harold's been on there. I got to have Peter on next time, I think. I haven't had him on yet, so we could talk about some of his games on there and stuff. And we've had like a couple industry people talking about a Kickstarter, and some other good stuff with that. And then obviously we run a bunch of games, and occasionally I do videos, and I might dabble with shorts here and there. So yeah, if this is your first time, hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Game on.